Alright everybody, welcome to a new series for the channel. It is I, Xilestar, and today we're going to be playing Cobblemon Adventures. Now, if you don't know what Cobblemon Adventures is, I completely forgot to do this because I was testing around everything. Alright, so, here's how the series is going to be, okay? So, for one, we are currently playing on 1.20.1, so just so everybody's aware. So it's close to the current release as much as possible without breaking anything. So let's just nail that there. I know that Cobblemon has been updated to 1.21.2. Now, I do want to mention a couple things why we haven't... This was created before before that update came out, by the way. Now, the reason why we haven't ported over is because we're still missing... I think it's a data pack and a mod from updating. Once those mods update, then yes, we will update to the current version, or to the current version that is out. But right now, that doesn't exist. So I am sorry for that. Also, as you can see, we currently have a Pokemon. We have Grookey. Yeah, Grookey. But if I go into this PC, you will see that I have a box of 12 Pokemon, alright? Now, I want to mention something really quick, okay? These 12 Pokemon were not caught on the server. They were caught on a single-player world I was playing on to test out how we are going to be doing these, doing the Cobblemon Adventures server kind of thing. I wanted to know what mods we're going to be using, what data packs, the whole works, right? So now we might not be using all of these Pokemon, but I do want to mention though that like I did bring those over. It's not a lot of Pokemon, like as you can see, but I did wanted to mention it before anybody asks me, oh, how did you catch a level 50 Aegislash and level 38 Venusaur, but you just started? I didn't. I played single player a little bit. I didn't go very far with it at all. I mostly just did exploring. We figured out where some mods and data pack stuff are, like as you can see here. And pretty much we were just going around and having a blast, pretty much. Anyway, so one of the updates, or one of the mods we did add was a Pokepedia thing, which is supposed to tell you, like, how you can do all this stuff kind of thing, and all the different Pokemon and Pokemon spawning and stuff like that. Like, there you go. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, so we also have a bunch of other mods. I do believe... Yeah, we did have a thing here. So we do have other mods installed. I think one of the mods... Okay, yeah, so this is because of a data pack that adds legendary Pokemon. I believe it adds Mewtwo, I think, as a viable Pokemon, as well as a Mew. It also adds Rayquaza and Xerneas, as you saw, because I was able to catch them. Let's see here. There was other mods that we have, too. Let's see here. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's really nice, though. They have it all under, like, one little button. That's interesting. Yeah, here's all the Cobblemon stuff. Yeah, it's the Cobblemon, alright. Sorry, I don't know what pages they're in. That's why I'm slowly going around, seeing if I can spot them or not. Like, we did try a lot of different... Like, I did try a lot of different Cobblemon mods. Like, don't get me wrong. I tried one that was, like, I think it was called, like, Cobblemon Generations. Which is very funny. Because there is actually a mod pack called Cobblemon Generations. And I thought it was kind of funny that out of anything that they could have done with the Cobblemon mod... Oh, yeah, we have Looter as well. That's just helpful. So they're like, I can go, like, let's say there was a like an instance chest here kind of thing. I can right click it, and it will spawn random loot for me. Then if like a friend like goes around, they'll be able to loot the same chest and they'll have their own set inventory. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go and bring Corviknight with us. Yeah, let's bring Corviknight with us so we can actually go ahead and fly. We also have a Cobblemon flight mod. It's really good. It's a really nice mod. I really like it. So I did place my single player base here. I didn't go too crazy with it at all. And plus for the map exactly, oh right, yeah, have it as this button. Yeah, okay. So yeah, there's my base. Oh, I deleted it. Oh, I didn't realize I deleted it. Okay, so I deleted probably the map that was used beforehand. But there was a map. Oh, because this is a multiplayer server and the world name is probably different, or I don't know how Journey Map works for servers exactly. But what probably happened is that it kicked it off or it deleted it. I'm not quite sure how you want to word it as, but it probably deleted it, which is great because I didn't want to explore the whole map, obvious. But yeah, so this is my base over here. And I also have it like waypointed as well, kind of thing. So there's that, but I'll share with it. I didn't go too far with it. There is a data pack out that pretty much adds like a bunch of Pokemon themed buildings in there. So one of the buildings that was added was a building that looks a lot like Professor Oak's laboratory from the anime. And so I decided to destroy one and rebuild it onto something that I was actually building around in Pixelmon Adventures, where I was in a craze for some odd reason. I was in a craze for building a raft with a house on it. Don't ask me why I have that, or why I had that random thing to like I had that random like I don't necessarily know how to explain it, kind of thing. But yeah. All right, so we're landed. Perfect. We're still going to take fall damage. Okay, so this is pretty much what I did all in single player. I rebuilt all of this from scratch. I also changed a lot of the blocks that was originally a part of the building, as we will probably be able to find out at some point later on into this entire series. You'll find this and you'll find out that I changed it all. So all of this is supposed to be for like obviously for farming and stuff like that. I didn't make it too big at all. This is about a structure block range, so about 32 by 32 this way by 32 that way, kind of thing. And yeah, that's pretty much all that really needs to be talked about here. So another mod that we have is called Sophisticated Storage. So let's see if I can find it here. Well, spoiling that we do have a TM mod, which is really good. So yeah, so we have sophisticated backpacks. We also have sophisticated barrels. So these are all, I think the ones, yeah, so the ones outside are not fully upgraded. So these are just like to say that they're on the sophisticated storage mod, but they're not upgraded like some of the ones that are on the inside. So these ones over here, yeah, there's the looted trophy, just like that. Like these ones are called spruce iron barrels. And what these are is that they add an extra line of storage kind of thing here. And same idea with this and this. Like the whole works. All my signs didn't get transported too. That's fine. I can fix those later. Oh, no, wait. No, I know why. Because when you upgrade a barrel from one tier to another. So when you upgrade this one to this tier, it will literally destroy the sign. I think I experienced that when I went up here, because I did it for these ones and then they broke. So what I ended up doing is just said, you know what, I'm done with this, and I just turned them all into trapdoors instead. So it looks very like simplistic and simple, which I really like. And most of these blocks, by the way, like this deep slate, like, and I think some of the quartz were actually from the original building. So there's that too. But yeah, so while I did play this, so I do have a lot of stuff here. We're not going to be using a lot of this stuff. I'm going to be using what I believe I should be allowed to use, like a backpack, because I did go through the grind for this. This is a diamond backpack, which is really good, and I can do a lot of basic sorting in here. So let me give you guys pretty much the tour, alright? So outside over here, obviously, we have a little log here, so that's obvious how we upgrade everything over here, even though it's a different log type, but we're going to ignore that. Over here is going to be where I put glowberries, if I find them. I'll put glowberries up here, and we'll be able to grow them, and so we will have a decent, sustainable food source. Over here is going to be where we plant. I think you can plant berries. I'm not 100% sure how yet, but once I do figure out how to plant berries, we're going to be planting berries. Mind you, like, we're going to be planting berries, pretty much. The other thing as well is that these were already here. I think the only thing I changed pretty much was just to make sure like a part of the base looked dead, because I thought it would look kind of cool though that like very little vegetation survived back here, except for like some flowers and stuff like that, and then some leaves. And then I just mossed everything up, and then I have this little entrance area which looks really nice. Ignore the ominous banners. There was a building that is from one of the structure mods that we added in here, just so that we still have some Minecraft like mechanics kind of thing though, because as you can probably tell, we're on hard mode difficulty. We should be on hard mode difficulty. Yeah. As you can see, my food did go down. We were on hard mode difficulty, but there are no enemy mobs. I don't even think there is any animal spawns either. I think I had to disable both. But the cool thing is that there is a structure mod that is out that we added here, so that if you want that Minecraft diamond sword, time to battle some zombies kind of thing, you can actually do that. There are some structures that actually do have natural spawn zombies. Now that the spawners I believe don't work, but they still, like, you can still fight zombies and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much where I got these banners from. And over here is a pasture block. So how do pasture blocks work? I can pretty much move my, let's say my Gimmighoul here, out here, and they will pretty much roam around and fight things. You want to know what's really funny? The single player world that this was a part of, it was connected to a village. And the funny thing is that when you have a flying Pokemon, either this Rayquaza or this Fletchinder, which I will need to put into my party so I can heal it. I'll just heal these. Why not? I'm kind of surprised the Xerneas died too. Yeah, I just want to heal it really quick. Heal everything really quick, and then we will just throw everything in here. I don't care if they're in the same spot. That's not really what matters. So if I throw Fletchinder here, okay. Where'd you go, buddy? Oh, is it because it doesn't recognize them as mine? Oh, that's kind of weird. They're not recognized as mine. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. I may have to change that. But over here I have another giant storage cabinet thing. So over here, as you can see, it has all my Pokeballs in here. I think this one's empty. Yeah, these are empty as Okay, one of these is supposed to be filled with TMs, but I guess I didn't fix that. So we had two different TM mods. One was giving me, I think, some TMs, and the other one was not, I think. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to figure out how to fix this. It's weird. So if I throw my Corviknight in here, does it count as an alternate Pokemon? Like, is there a way I can fix this? No, so even calling it out doesn't change anything. Okay. Or maybe I have to break it? Hold on. I might be able to break the... Might be able to break it. Hold on. These are my tools. I might not have properly ported all my tools. That's fine. I'll use my iron axe. Wait, is this one efficiency and unbreaking? Okay. Yeah, as I said, I played this for a good bit. I think probably like maybe 10 hours altogether. Okay, are you still broken? No? Okay. Maybe it's because it was structure block put in. Okay, that's actually kind of interesting. Okay, so Fletchinder and Gimmigle. Okay, yeah, so you'll see, like, this Fletchinder... Oh, they're not doing the thing anymore. Maybe it's because maybe it's because they don't see a direct path to all the Pokemon that's around. Because, obviously, there isn't any. But yeah, but Fletchinder will, like, run around and just start, like, fighting everything close by. And it, like, frustrated me to no end because they just kept running around, like, attacking everything. And it's like, no, stop. And then all of a sudden I would leave for about, like, to find, like, a dungeon or, like, to find a biome. Come back, and I have, like, Fletchinder, Gimmigle. What was the other one? That kept fainting, too. What was the other one? Butterfree. Yeah, Butterfree. All fainted. And it's like, what are you guys doing? So yeah, so I'm going to go pause the recording. I'm going to go log out, log back in, see if these models will be gone. Alright, so it looks like those models are now gone. Awesome. Oh, it also looks like my pasture ones have just, like, disappeared. Why is there a level 1 Lilip here? Why is there a level 1 Seadra here? I own them? I don't own them. You four go out. Journey around. Explore this new world, because obviously you guys have not been here. I guess I must have been so... Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought it was because, like, I was so close to the village that it detected a pathway to the village, and so it went there. It says that's my Lily, but I don't own a Lily kind of thing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd faint. Alright. Alright, let's just go continue onward. So, over here we have all my enchanted books that I was able to find. They were all sorted based off of pretty much this mod, pretty much. So the sophisticated storage mod has its own built-in sorting, but what's really funny though is that if I fill in, sorry, wrong button. If I fill this entire backpack up with items, with just items, because this has an extra row down here, as you'll see, hold on, I'll go all the way up. I'll put the Pokepedia there. You'll see there's an extra line here. If I use the inventory profiles next mod to sort everything, it will actually break once I go down here. I'm not joking. It will literally break because I don't think this mod was. I don't think this mod right here was built with mods that add extra storage in mind. But the sophisticated storage mod, it'll literally sort. It has, I think, different ways of sorting. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. And over here is a music disc. Now, I don't remember if this is the right one or not. It's one of these, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not one of those. I thought it was one of those. Maybe not. Anyway, so you can actually gain these backpacks from the dungeons that I was talking about, and that's how I got these two, pretty much. I was able to gain, I think I gained one from it, and then it gave me a music disc upgrade thing for the sophisticated storage. Now, if you don't know what that means that I don't need this jukebox anymore, because I could just throw a jukebox here and it'll auto-play the music disc from within the thing, which is amazing to find. And then over here I just have random stuff with rails and these upgrade bases, which are for the backpack, which I guess all of them did not save. Maybe that's why. None of the backpack ones saved. That's fine. I don't mind redoing them. It was mostly just these ones I was more worried about, because these are not cheap, by the way. So I can show you literally how much iron I have. This is not a lot of iron, by the way. And this is all like stack of 3, which means that they can go up to, I think it's like 256, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And to be able to make one of these upgrades, by the way, you need to be able to... Oh, I don't have the recipe, that's why. Hold on, I might be able to find it, because there's different storages for the sophisticated ones. Oh, cool. That's interesting. Anyway. Yeah, so here's... Those are filter upgrades now. Where's the thing? Oh, here it is. So here's the upgrade base, alright? So that's what you need to build, just the upgrade itself. And then you also need to be able to build all these other ones, of course. So if I want to, let's say, build the stacking upgrade, which is what I've mostly been using, you need this, which, remember, requires wood and I think iron, right? Yeah, it requires wood and iron, and then you need wood, and then you need iron, and then you need gold, and then you need diamond. That looks very self-explanatory now, doesn't it? Now, one of the funny things, and the jukebox one's not really that difficult, but I'm not going to throw my time and effort on building this, right? So there's that. But you can also upgrade your storages. Now, so the basic tier 1... it's not very difficult to upgrade from like the lowest, from the basic vanilla one to the sophisticated version. But if I want to upgrade from the basic to the iron, you need a full stack of iron. Now you might be saying, that's nothing. This is 8 iron. This is 8 iron each time. That's not, I don't want to say it's not too easy. It's not that. It's like upgrading one storage at a time, fine, that's great, right? But once you realize, though, that like for me in my use case, right, I have 6, 8, 10, like 10, 12 right there already, 12. Let's see here, that's 24, 27, and let's see here, 31, 35, 39, 43, 45, because of those two down there, right? And it adds up, right? So, and that's about 300 and something iron, like close to 400 iron right then and there. And that's just to upgrade these to iron tier, right? Like, that's not including the gold tier either. Like that's insane. And then watch, we go to basic to gold, bam, same thing but gold. And then bam, same thing but diamond. And then for basic to netherite, I think it's like different. Yeah, it's sort of different. But these are from like just going from the basic to whatever, right? So if you're just going from iron to gold, it's like the middle part I don't think really matters too much. It's just easier because you don't have to worry about Oh, I guess you don't have to worry about it. It's never mind. I am just wrong. Anyway, yeah. That's pretty much this. But again, like it's just insane to me that like trying to upgrade this is just nuts. And requires a lot though. At least the netherite one makes a lot of sense though. Like they're not like telling you that you need like 8 netherite. It's like, oh my word. Like if you want me to grab 8 netherite just to upgrade this to have an extra 3, no. And before anybody asks though, like would I even go for diamond for the chests or for these barrels? No, you don't need that much. If anything, see, this is what I wanted to do specifically for a data pack. All right, if it was ever possible, this is what I would do. Make it so that way though not a spruce barrel, right? But this is the closest to a normal barrel texture as much as possible. But make barrels have the same like storage capacity as a large chest, because to be fair, barrels are very good at helping you save space in a base. Like look at this. Like do you think I could be able to keep this amount of empty space if I had a large chest? No, I wouldn't be able to. The only thing that I would have rather liked than this mod, I'm not saying I don't like it, but the one thing that I would have rather preferred over this mod is the one that allows you to just have different inventory pages. So that way though, like you can go with like, so if I go to, where's my building blocks one? Is it the top or is it like over here or something like that? Where is it? Is it not there? No, I think my building blocks is up here. Yeah, so here's my building blocks one. So like what I would have preferred is have different inventory things. So like if I can throw all my dirt into one page, all my cobblestone in a second page, and then everything else in like a third page kind of thing, I would have preferred that. I don't mind the textures necessarily for like the gold and the diamond and the netherite. Like if you have these little corners here, I find I like the corners a lot. Just having like that sort of way of just knowing like, okay, these are iron, okay, good, and then the other ones are silver, whatever, right? That would be pretty cool. Yeah, so I was able to get this healer from destroying one of the, obviously, the new buildings, because I don't think Cobblemon has a building yet that, well, it does in the new update, but it doesn't in this update, right? So in the new update, they do have one that does spawn in certain structures. I did look at the update, and I did try to see if I could update the server. We're missing a mod. We're either missing a mod in a data pack or 2 mods in a data pack. One of the two, and I haven't looked in a decent while though, but yeah, that's all we're missing. And I do want to kind of show something off as well. So over here, oh, I think it's this one. Yeah, so over here we have something called mint seeds, or in my case, I named it the mint seeds box, right? So I will not be allowed to use those mint seeds until I actually find them in the wild on the server. By the way, if you're wondering why the world terrain looks very different than anything else, we are running the mod known as Terralith, which is I almost said inventory editor. I don't know why I was about to say that. But it's a terrain generation mod that allows it to generate different, allows you to generate more different types of terrain kind of thing. And it looks really, really good. I really do like the different terrain ones. I will say this though. I like the fact that it does that, because it gives me that sort of like that interest, right? That like, oh, I want to explore this biome, find out like what's so like good about it, kind of thing. And then we have this little building over here, which I didn't realize was over here until now. All right, so over here is a gym. Can you guess why we haven't updated? It's because of this mod for the most part. I don't really necessarily think the data pack one really matters. I think I could just change the data pack name, like the one of the core files kind of thing, to change it to a different number, and it would work. But this is one of the mods that's the reason why we can't update. Probably because the mod that this requires as a dependency, or the mod that this one requires, is out of date. And I'm not joking. It literally is out of date. Or it says it's discontinued. But yeah. But it's only useful for this version. But I will say this though. Cobblemon has seen a lot of changes since the last time. Well, I'm gonna say last time, but since the first time I played though. Oh, by the way, those gyms are quite common. There's only, I think, 3 of them, which is okay, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there's any other terrain here. Hang on, did I change any of the video stuff? Simulation distance. We can change this to 16. 16 sounds right. Simulation should be like as far as possible. But yeah, so right now we're mostly just... Whoa, what is that? Oh ho ho. What is that right there? So yeah, so the one thing that I'm trying not to do is use a lot of the items that I have obtained through, I don't want to say illegitimate means, but like through, what is this? Spire by Terralith. Ooh. Yeah, we have 2 different structure identify mods that will detect locations for you. That one sometimes doesn't really work, and then sometimes it does. It's really random on when it wants to work and when it doesn't. So we also have one that's like, I think it's like /wits, I think, which will tell you like all the structures at your current location kind of thing. I just want to see if there's anything cool on the top area. It kind of looks like that there should be. And that's one of the areas I'm talking about, though, that it adds. I think that's Twin Leaf Town, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Just want to see if there's anything cool up here. I think we also have keep inventory as one of the things, as one of the mod, or as one of the game rules as well. So I think we have mob spawning turned off. And if anything starts destroying like the terrain, obviously we can disable mob griefing as well. I don't necessarily see too much of an issue with that. And there we go. As you can see, my my inventory is still here. All right, that's fine. Yeah, my adventuring stuff is gone too. Yeah, I'm gonna try not. Well, I'm gonna say this now though. I'm gonna try not abuse the fact that I have this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna just go like use up all my diamonds. Let's see here. Yeah, like I'm not gonna use up all my diamonds, make a full diamond set of gear, and go, all right, after 3 hours of grinding. It's like, no, like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't want to be that person, right? Like I don't mind going through the mine and just being able to go through this stuff. Like, that part I don't mind. I don't mind doing the mining, like, on camera, though. But, like, the thing is that, like, how I look at it is that, like, if you came for the Minecraft, that's what another series is for, right? This is for Cobblemon. You want to see Cobblemon. That's how I look at it. Yeah, Corviknight's not the fastest, though. Oh, there's one of the dungeons, I think. I think it's... No, this is one of the villages that spawns. Right, this is the Lavender Town, if I'm not mistaken, because I think this is Pokemon Tower. Oh, I'm so used to Pixelmon, where I keep trying to click the descend button for it. Is it Cobblemon or is it Pal World? It's one of the two. Where I keep trying to like descend through like my mouse kind of thing, and I'm like, why isn't it working? So see, so this is a looter chest. So if I right click this, I could be able to like grab all these items. All right. And then if somebody were to come by, let's say, and walk up to this chest, they would get they would actually have a full inventory or get the same inventory kind of thing. Oh. How do you... Okay. Not a lot of stuff here, though. We do get Pokeballs, though, which is pretty good. And before anybody asks, am I going to go with a Pokeball only run? Yep. Pretty much. Although there are these other Pokeball types, like the Slate Ball is the same. Like there's like, I think 7 different variants of the Pokeball. We're still only going to use the Pokeball. If anything, I would rather have it be tradable. Like have one be tradable to the other. Oh man, jeez. We got a Mending Diamond Pickaxe. A Protection 4 Mending Helmet. Let's go. And I'm just going to go toss all this stuff in my inventory. There we go. We got some Carbos and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And then we just... There you go. The one thing I would love the most, though, is like there is some kind of integration you can put in for a lot of these mods. So that way, though, like I can have, let's say... to be able to use Pokeballs from, like, the backpack instead of this. Like, that would be pretty cool. Like, have, like, either a data pack or something like that, or bring it to somebody's attention, right? For, like, a mod pack idea. This is literally the, I think it's the official Cobblemon mod pack from Modrinth, and then we just obviously added a bunch of mods to the list because we wanted to add more functionality, though. And while I can understand why they're not like releasing the base mod already, though, but like having this functionality is just amazing. Oh, you guys don't have any chests here? Oh, chest. Oh. Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff from these villages. Wait, did I get a held item? No, I didn't get a held item. I'm guessing it's because I got something natural. Mycelium, ooh. I'll take the Mycelium, though. That's pretty good. I'll try and not use Corviknight in battles. I'll try and keep it to as a bare minimum as much as possible. Yeah, Lavender Town, yeah. Ninja, level 44, yeah. Yeah, so there is I think you're supposed to add an extra thing attached to this data pack, because this is actually from a data pack. That's the one that's not up to date. I think it's called Cobbled Towns, I think. What is it called? Yeah, Cobbled Towns, yeah. The reason... It's one of the reasons why we haven't updated as well, but the thing is that, like, for this entire, like... Yeah, so, like, this is not, like, again, this is not a really bad mod pack. Like, I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't fully explored it, though. Like Terralith is adding, like, extra stuff that are making it very interesting. Which is good, because that's exactly what Terralith should be doing, is adding, like, extra world generation kind of thing. And if it's adding, like, extra biomes that have, like, these cool, like, structures like the spire, that's pretty darn cool. Oh, Barrel Beauty. Oh my word, yes. And remember, because we have the looter mod, though, this means that somebody else can claim it. and have it for themselves, which is awesome. Because that's pretty much what it is, right? We don't want people to be able to like loot all the chests kind of thing and just ruin the experience for somebody else, right? Like, we don't want somebody to loot all the dungeons and go, ha, I have everything, right? It's the same thing with like a lot of, or what I hear about, right? Like from other YouTube videos about like how people pretty much treat the end kind of thing, though. Like, the first thing that any like Minecraft series for the end with a bunch of people is like, okay, we gotta go speedrun to the end. We gotta go take all the elytras and sell them for lots of profit. It's like, okay, like, are these people not your friends or something? And then you hear them in the video, oh yeah, we're gonna earn so much like profit from like us just having this. See, this is what I mean. This is what happens when you click this. And then when you go down, it moves them all up, but then it just moves them up. And as soon as like you hear them go like, okay, we need to go to the end. We need to go like loot the entire end so that we get a lot of like every elytra that's there. And I'm just like, so these people are not your friends is what you're telling me. It's like, no, they're my friends. It's like, then why are you trying to like remove the elytras like and thinking about profits, right? Like, I understand that like there are some series in which that they can do some really fun stuff with that kind of thing, and I'm not like harshing on those series, right? I'm not harshing on those ones. Like, I know there are some really big like SMP series that like they do that kind of thing though, which is fine. I'm not saying that that's an issue. I'm just saying though that it's weird though, like when you have these smaller sort of series or these newer ones that everybody just goes, all right, we need to go to the end. We need to get as much elytras as much as possible, earn a profit. It's like, okay, why? Why are you more worried about profit than anything else? Or you want to hoard all the elytras so nobody else has them? Like, it's one of the two, right? Like, it's either I want to earn a lot of money or I want to make sure I'm the only person with elytras. It's like, okay, why? Why do you care about being the only person with this one item? And if this was back during when 1.9 first came out, I would have told you straight up that like I didn't understand why everybody was so happy about the elytra. Because like I'm gonna tell you guys this though. Once Minecraft 1.15, or was it 15? No, it was Minecraft 1.13. Sorry, not 15. 13 came out. I didn't think the elytra was a really good item. I honestly didn't. I thought it was very like it was gliding, which was okay, I guess though. But it was gliding, and every time I tried to land from one of my old well, pretty much the base that ruined creativity in Minecraft for me, Mount Ridge Dam. I think it's on the channel. I think it's one of the channel anniversaries. But once like I tried to like elytra off of near the main entrance down there, down towards the ground, like below it, I think it's about 10 or so blocks, I think, height. And once I tried to glide down and I took damage, I went, okay, this item is stupid. And then I just went and I never got used to swapping hands kind of thing. So I was never used to being able to do this, pretty much. Like, I still didn't understand why you would need to have two separate like hand holds, pretty much. So I was like, okay, these are very weird niche changes, but like I guess they're okay. Like I personally don't see like a problem with it, but like I'm never going to use them, right? And now when you see Pixelmon Adventures or you see me play Circuitcraft, you see me doing that all the time now. And that only started for Minecraft 1.13. Because I slowly started to realize though that these are new changes that are really, really good. Sorry, I'm getting rid of the death one because it's annoying me. Because I keep seeing it pop up on the screen, and I'm like, okay, I don't need that waypoint anymore. But I should have the raft though. I do have that, so I should have the raft though. I wish it wasn't so like blatantly obvious that that's there, right? It was more so like when you hover over the dot, though, it has the line, but it's fine. Also, while this mod pack does come with Zero's minimap, I don't like it. For one thing, it is like separated between like 2 or 3 mods. Why? So the minimap and it comes with the minimap and the world map, okay? So pretty much as you can see here, I have the minimap over here, okay, in the top right corner. Okay, that is the original Zero's minimap mod, okay? Now, there's another mod called Zero's World Map, which does exactly what this does. But it's a separate mod. Why? As you can see, you can combine the two. The Journey Map mod, which is the one I'm using, instead of Zero's minimap and world map, is one mod that does both of the functionalities, as well as lets you put waypoints, which is one of the actual very good reasons why people use Zero's. I think it's the mini-map mod, I think, that added that. This is a really cool biome. I really like it. What are the blocks that they use here? I know calcite is one, because this definitely looks like calcite. And all these biomes are all vanilla based. They don't add blocks. Gravel? Okay, so gravel, smooth basalt, red sand, and yellow terracotta. Oh my word, it looks so good. It looks so good. Medicinal leek. Do those need water or something like that? That's pretty cool. It's like reeds. Or not reeds, sugarcane. Oh my word, I really like this. I remember when I was trying to figure out if that one mod actually does do the thing for servers. I kid you not, I looked around for it and I spot this biome and I'm like, oh my word, this biome looks so freaking cool. The one sad thing though is that like it uses calcite, and that's like the one thing, because I'm still trying to upgrade Sancturia, which is my sort of my custom dimension mod, or data pack, not mod, but thing. And like I'm trying to like figure out like what I could do for cool different biome types. And I am just loving this. I kind of wish that it didn't require calcite. It was like a different white block though, but it's fine. I use calcite for, I think it's the bottom or the middle layer, maybe even the top layer of like a 3-layer, well technically 4, but it's like a 3-layer between like andesite, granite, and obviously and like for the, I think it's diorite, I think I have calcite as a mix-in block kind of thing. That's just because they're both white blocks with a little bit of black, I think, in them. I know you can search in here. Yeah, see, so it's got like a little gradient thing here. It looks so good. I really love it. I think calcite was an amazing thing that they added. Oh, a windmill. Trying to find one of those cool dungeons. We won't survive, but I want to at least show it off, though. Like I'm like this is how I also got like a bunch of my stuff though too. I didn't even like spawn in any items or anything like that. Like I didn't spawn in like my god tier items and stuff like that. Only like after I did my initial like exploration, just so that I could do more exploration kind of thing, and I was able to find all that stuff out, and I was like, oh my word, this is amazing. I love this I love this system. I just like the look of this biome though. Like just look at the way that they did the water and the biome. Oh, it looks amazing. And I'm pretty sure Terralith probably has many different like biomes that probably look way better than this though. But I'm just saying, like, just for something as simplistic as this, like very little trees, but all that looks amazing. I definitely need a faster flying mount. I don't think Rayquaza works. I think I tried that and I don't think Rayquaza actually worked, which is very sad. And if this actual server does actually change, does actually update to 1.21, I will be throwing in my Sancturia data pack. And it's kind of, and it was kind of funny when they actually updated it. So they updated Cobblemon, I think around Christmas. Was it Christmas exactly, or was it around Christmas? I can't remember. I can't remember when I looked at it, and it was like, I was like, wow, like I literally just finished building the server. I literally just finished making the server, and then all of a sudden, update, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Actually, wait, hold on a second. I might be able to figure that out, actually. Okay, I need to load you up. Yeah, they unfortunately use the same mod that my other one uses. I did message you about it, so let's see if I can. Might be a little bit forward up. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. The 15th of December is when I messaged. Is when I made the adventure server, because that's when I was trying to figure out what mods you need to be able to play it. I have two separate lists. The bare minimum, which is just so though you can be able to even go on the server itself. And the maximum, which is like every mod that it uses, pretty much, right? A vast ocean. Very nice. Yeah, so right now, the data pack that like I'm currently working on, that I'm trying to fix around specifically, is that I'm trying to fix two things right now, right? So one is that I'm trying to fix a system in which that I've placed specifically for, well, not specifically for Sancturia though, but just so that way though, like I originally made it for Sancturia though, but I figured I might as well share it with like anybody else that joins the server kind of thing. All it is that like you can input a trigger command and it will lock the storage that's in your hand, so that it requires a specific key. So the hand part works. If you watched one of the last, I think it's the Circa Craft episodes, I think, or one of the last two, I think, ones, I was showing off one of the functions that I was working on, which I think I called Lock Eyes. I changed the name to Lock Area because it made more sense. I think the reason why I changed Lock Eyes was because it was supposed to be like everyone that you, every like storage block you see, right? And I changed that because it didn't make sense to me. I'm just gonna go run around and stuff. Oh, by the way, you can't eat the berries in this mod. I find that kind of... I almost said suspicious, but it's not suspicious. It's more so just like, it's a shame, really. Like, I would have really loved to have that. There's Pallet Town. That's gotta be Pallet Town. There's no way that's not Pallet Town. Okay, so that's it. Okay. So why can't I zoom? I'll figure that out while I'm continuing to talk. So I changed that because I figured that would be a lot better specifically for us in particular, because since I couldn't use Lock Eyes because it couldn't work, right? So I chose instead of us doing that to have something else there. I will do that. Okay, so since the other one has to do with inventory, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, so since the other one had to do with more inventory, so since it was more of an area, so how that one was supposed to work, I think I even showed it in there, is that it's not supposed to be like every time you see something, it's supposed to be like in an area. So how it's supposed to work is that it's supposed to go and lock any container that is within 5 blocks this direction, this direction, this direction, and this direction, this direction, and this direction. And pretty much all it's doing is it's going into like a cube-like area, going from corner to corner, and it is just it's just like updating all those storages to require your special key. So what I'm trying to figure out, though, is that if there was a simple way of doing that, right? So that's the one thing I got to figure out, though, is that because it's now using 1,000 lines of code. Yes, it's using 1,000 lines. Well, 1332 lines of code now? That's a lot of code. And it's all simple, right? It's just adding data to a specific block, and all it's doing is it's adding the lock so that it requires the key that your data pack should actually have. And the issue that I'm having with the key part, because that's the other part about that's wrong, is that for the key itself, my issue... Sorry, I'm going to make OBS go load up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Like the issue I'm having with the key is that when you use the trigger command to give yourself the key, the first time you use it, it gives you 2 keys instead of 1, which first of all, that's not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to give you 1 key, not 2. So that was issue number 1. But like if you get rid of both keys and then you added 1, then you reuse the trigger command to give you the key, it would work. It would work. You would get the 1 key only. So that's what the issue was. So I'm trying to get that fixed up and ready to go, so that I can have everything all set and ready to go. So that though, like when we update to Minecraft 1.22 or whatever the version is, I will be good to go, and that'll be awesome. Because that is literally what I'm waiting for right now. It's just so that we can do it. Now, I believe, from what I was told, Minecraft has changed how lock works. So I'm trying to see if there actually is any real change to it. But it doesn't look like they might have changed it to the way I want it, though. So how it's supposed to work, and I'll just use it, and I'll just do it here because it'll just make more sense if I just do it here. Okay, let's go to the Pokemart first before we do anything. It'll be easier once I get there. Okay. Hi. Do you have anything? Ooh, that's a pretty nice trade right there. And you also do that for Pokeballs too. And there's a GameCube back here, and then there's a Pokeball. All right. So here's what's supposed to happen, okay? So when you install it, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to give you a specific tag. So this is what's supposed to happen when I install Sanctuaria, okay? If I can actually spell right. So this is what's supposed to happen. Now, the cool thing is that for the Sanctuaria data pack, I have it so though it loads what my UUID is. If you don't know what a UUID is, it's a very unique ID system that everybody has a unique one. So pretty much how the data pack works is that when it's installed, you have to put your UUID when you actually look it up. There is supposed to be a command. I have to write it down somewhere. I have to write it down, put it in the data packs, although anybody who needs like the UUID for their specific person, they just type in, they just copy paste the code, done. They copy paste the ID, the end, right? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to change that UUID to whatever it is. And then what it's supposed to do is that when you install it, it's supposed to give the person with that UUID this tag. Now, what I have a feeling what's happening is that either it's mistiming on how it's supposed to work or something else. But the thing that doesn't make sense, though, is that it has to be either mistiming or something's wrong with that line, because when you log in, it's supposed to inform you, do you want to teleport to your what do you call it? Do you want to teleport to your dimension, right? And that part is working perfectly fine. So obviously something's working about the UUID, but I have a feeling though that it's missing timing on when to add the tag to the person. So what's supposed to happen is this, okay? So you now have a tag. That's what's supposed to happen. So if I go and let's say /tag, and then you can go with whatever your person is and list, you will see that I have the Sanctuaria owner tag. Okay, this is what I want to do from my storages. So when you walk around, let's say I would like to, actually the village might be a better idea because they actually have storages. I kind of hope they did, but they don't. They don't have storages. Anyway. So let's go back to the village and I'll show you what I mean. Now, they are looter chests, so ignore that part, but like, just think of it as a normal chest, right? Or a normal barrel even. So let's say this is my house. I would like to, let's say, lock this chest. So I would go with like /trigger lock. Like I would enter like the lock thing, right? So I would go like lock_hand, let's say. And then this would be lock area technically. So let's go with like lock area. Obviously there's nothing there, right? But what the idea is that, or what my idea was that for us to be able to access this chest now, you would require this tag on your person in order to access it. Which would be amazing because then it's like the ultimate form of defense, right? So like if somebody goes, heh, this guy I know has like a ton of diamonds, let's go and access his chest. What? I can't access it. It's locked. And it's like, okay, he's got to have a key somewhere that like anybody can access, right? And they look everywhere, they can't find that key. And they go, what's going on here, right? And it's like, nope, you just don't have the tag that specifically mentions that you are the owner of the dimension. And that's pretty cool. And obviously what I want to do for the lock, though, is that, like, what I will eventually do is that I'm going to change the way that the lock works, so that way, though, you can only use it in your custom dimension. It won't work anywhere else. Now, this is going to be what's going to be very interesting about this part, okay? So if anybody were to, let's say, build, let's say I built this Pokemart in my custom dimension, and it's within the 32 by 32 blocks, right? And I want to move it from my dimension over to over to like the overworld kind of thing. And I proceed to do that, and it works, right? Like I'm able to bring it over to the overworld and go, wow, I have my home here now, right? Does that mean, though, that those chests will no longer have the tag? Like, that lock? No. You can still do that. The only thing is that, like, you can't just go, oh, I'm just going to go grab every, like, loot chest kind of thing, because we do play vanilla on the SergoCraft server, right? So, obviously, I don't want you to just go run around, go lock every chest that you see, because that wouldn't be very fair, right? Because then you would be able to go to, as I was like mentioning earlier, though, like you can't just go to every end city, lock every chest, so that way nobody can get that sweet endgame loot, right? That's not fair. that's not fair to a person who literally just worked their way to the end and wants to go and do all that stuff, right? So yeah, so this is like the Professor Oak's area. So as you can see, like this is the quartz bricks. These are end stone bricks. I'm not saying I didn't like it though, but I felt like it was too end game looking. Like obviously end stone makes sense to the end, right? So I figured that like I might as well change this to something that looks close to it. So I chose, I think it's stripped birch, and I chose to have it in a specific ways because it looked a lot better. And I have to admit though, like I was right. It looks way better. And the same thing with like the quartz stuff too. Like I changed it from these quartz bricks to the quartz pillars. And I will say this though, it doesn't look as great as I thought it would, but it looks a lot better than these bricks, in my opinion. And then same idea with the stairs here. Like I feel like the stairs didn't really make any sense. Like if I wanted to add the whole stair thing, I would probably make it 2 blocks taller. So that way though, like I could have a stair on the top area. So it's like a little mold, because that would have been a lot better looking than this, in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. And then I kept the jungle trapdoors here. And I think I also changed the size of this area by 1. Yeah, so I pretty much grabbed this entire thing, broke it down. I even grabbed like the fence and these like trees, right? And like I moved everything over to a platform I made. And then I was like, okay. Then I changed the pathway because I didn't really like this. It looked too to me, so I chose to like a little bit more of a stone like platform. And obviously the inside, I didn't really like it either. Like, don't get me wrong, like for like a laboratory, this looks pretty good though. But like for as a base though, what are you gonna do, right? Like there's no like crafting table in here, and this is kind of useless to you because obviously these don't have Pokemon in them. And obviously with the PC and like the healer here, like that's an amazing thing to have. And like these smelting blast furnaces kind of thing, that's amazing. And even the smithing table, that's great. You got some paintings here, sea lanterns. I think I got rid of those because either I got rid of them or I moved them. Because, yeah, they were in the way. And obviously I extended this platform from being like a C to like a little like rectangle kind of thing. And then I chose this as a design choice. I chose to get rid of the apricorn trapdoor and doors so that I can actually like have the it be moved into a vanilla playthrough kind of thing. Now, I will say this though, with the sophisticated barrels, that's not happening. Because literally, it doesn't try to default to like a normal barrel. It will literally just have an empty space. I made the mistake that that actually ended up happening. I think I was testing like what mods I needed, and I think I forgot about the sophisticated ones. That was the only thing, and then all of a sudden, all of the chests gone. And I went, please tell me I can like re-add them in. Nope. And I was like, oh, please tell me I have a backup of the world. And thankfully I did. It was only like a few like hours backtrack, but it was fine. But it was definitely not worth it though. Definitely not worth losing though. Shield. That's a weird biome name. Oh, okay, so here's the thing. Okay. This is what I wanted to find as well. These are very useful. Alright, so these are called the white mints. And if you want to know what white mints are for, if you don't know what white mints are for, I can actually quickly explain them. They are for the neutral, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They're for the neutral mints. So as I'll be able to show you. So like if I go with white mint leaf, oh, it's not really telling you much about it. No, it just tells you about the tags. Okay, it doesn't tell you. Okay, so we just gotta search up for the mint itself then. That's kind of weird though. As you can see, like it has the serious. Oh, okay, so it's just to create the serious mint though. But the cool thing about a lot of these mints as well is that like if you're able to find some of these and you were to mine it when it's, I think it has to be fully grown. I'm not quite sure if that's actually true or not. I personally don't know. But if it has to be like fully grown, then it makes a lot of sense. And to be fair, it makes a lot of sense to me, right? But if it's fully grown, it has a chance of giving you the other colors as well, which is great for farming, because then if you can't find the other colors, then just try and at least find one of them, and then you'll be able to make the others. I don't know if it's just I don't remember if it was just the white one that does that, or if it's any of them. I think it's the white one, though. Oh, there's like slowly progressing. Okay, that's good. Are any of you like close to level 10? 27? 46? Man, geez. These are way too high level for me. Yeah, the mod that allows me to like see their growth thing. I kid you not, I could not remember what the mod was called until I like looked it up, and then I was able to find out what that mod's name was, and it has been a godsend. It has been a Lord Cube send pretty much of like how useful it is, specifically not just for farming itself though, right? But like it tells you what the block is, and it also tells you what tool you need in order to be able to do it. It's amazing. And not only that, I think it also tells you the health of the Pokemon as well. Nah, it's not really that great. I think there's a different mod that's an extension of it that allows you to be able to do that. Yeah, I'm just waiting for these to be 100% though, because yeah, so this will mean that I can plant my white ones, but I can't use the other colors until we find them. Which I don't mind doing that. It's not that huge of a deal. Plus, I'll be able to still get the other like mint seeds too. So at the end, it's like a win-win situation. It's not a huge problem anyway. Like mint seeds, I think you can only find them in like mountain-like terrain. I don't think it has to be a mountain like biome per se. I think it just has to be like a hill like that kind of thing, like it's protruding off the ground kind of thing. Like, you know how the Caves and Cliffs update has like the giant mountains now? That kind of thing. I want to take a look around. Ooh, I'll take that. Nice. I'll take the emerald. This pick only has mending, right? Yeah, it just has mending. I'll be honest, that's pretty much the only enchantment you really need. Yeah, you got a lot of HP there, buddy. At least I don't have to worry about like enemy mobs kind of thing. Which is also like a very like sad thing too though, is that like because like it gets rid of a lot of the difficulty though, but like as we've seen in Pixelmon though, that's not a huge thing too, because if we can only collect things from like random structures and certain wildlife things, like I think this is from the Cobblemon mod, yeah. The big root, yeah. Has a weird sound effect though. I don't know if I like that. Sounds like a guitar string, like duh. It's really interesting. Yeah, I can also place an apricorn farm too. That'd be pretty cool. And the cool thing though is that like it doesn't actually like take it and like use it up kind of thing. It actually like auto replaces it, which is great. Oh, mature, there we go. Mature as well, and 86. Yeah, so we just got mints. It's like all the white ones. Again, it's a chance, right? Just gonna wait for this one to be done. I think these are also time dependent. I might be wrong about that too. So I want to see if there's anything cool around here, though. Now, you're level 28. See, I don't understand why a lot of these are so high level, though. 32. 22. 16. Grookey can handle 16. I don't remember what the button is. Oh, it's M. Okay. Do you have another move, buddy? No, you don't have another move. All right. Oh, I think I remember what I wanted to do. I think I do have it saved in my creative mode inventory of like of all of the like what do you call it? All of the TMs and TRs that I've, well, not TRs, but all the TMs that I have saved up or that I was able to collect through my journey kind of thing, but I don't think I ported it into the server. Well, obviously I didn't port it over because we don't have them. But like I feel like I thought I did, but I didn't. No pillagers. Okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for that white mint to be done, and then I'll journey further. Though I think that Geodude despawned. I was gonna try see if I could take it on now, but that Sentret is level 16 though. I might try you. Oop. Gookie! Branch Poke! That's pretty good. Taunt. Ow. Fell for the taunt. Run, Grookey, run! That was way too bad for us. Yeah, that was a way bad experience. Are you done yet? You're at 86%. Come on, man. Grow already. Ugh, my mouse is being very terrible today. There we go. I'm really just tempted just to hit it and just continue. Okay, if it goes 120, I will just hit it and leave. And if it's still at 86, I don't care. Wooloo, that'd be a pretty interesting fight there. I'll just stay nearby though. See if there's anything cool over there. Yeah, do I need, if you're wondering, like, do I need to wait until it, like, no. It's like any other farm thing where, like, if you break it before it becomes mature, you still get the seeds back. But it's not like a decent collection of them. It's only like one seed. If I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't really matter because we got 2 seeds, so it's fine. There we go. Look at that. That's awesome. Anyway, Pokeballs, we only got 3. Sounds about right. 1. And we only got 1 seed, as I said. All right. Oh, is that suspicious gravel or no? Oh, it's just gravel. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to journey around, see what's around. Ooh, Geodude. 24. I would love to face you, buddy. But unfortunately, I don't have the luxury anymore. 49? I think it said 49. Maybe even said 48. I don't know. Ooh, 24. Not too bad, not too bad. Ooh, a Pokemon Center? I definitely do need that. Out of the way. Oh, that looks so cool. Your eyes literally look like they're glowing. That's actually kind of cool. It's actually a really cool effect. I wonder if it's actually like an effect that they were able to put on the model, or if that was just like the way that it looked. Because that was actually pretty cool. What? Is this just a biome thing? Because this looks like very suspicious. Decoration pile. I mean, that's pretty cool. Also, the thing that I love about this mod in particular, though, is that none of the Pokemon are hostile, which is amazing. Like, they won't charge at you, kind of thing, which is really good, because that was one of the things I did not like about Pixelmon. And I'm not saying that like it's not realistic. Like, Pokemon aren't going to like charge at you or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I didn't like it because a lot of the ones that were cool. A lot of the ones that would charge at you were really like they were just relentless. Like, they would always go after you, right? And it was just so frustrating just to see that too. Like, every time you just wanted to like just take in the sights kind of thing, you just have a random Rattata just go, we're fighting now. It's like, why? Why can't I just like, you know, just enjoy the scenery? You can't. I want to fight you. It's like, no, like, go away. And it's like, ha, but you couldn't get away from that. You couldn't get away from me. It's like, are you kidding? Like, I just want to leave. Like, I don't want to fight at all. Please tell me you give a decent chunk of experience for a Grookey, because that would be awesome. You are a Gimmighoul, though. You are a non-chest Gimmighoul, and I think, if I remember correctly, you don't have that many great stats. Yay! Branch Poke. I guess level 28. Yeah, okay. Run. Duck out. Sorry, Grookey. You can find a wild Shedinja? I didn't want to face it. Yeah, you also don't have to hit run. You can just run. Hey, I want to face it. I wanted to look at it. Sorry, Grookey. You're one of the best ones specifically from... Well, you're my favorite from the Galar starters, but... You're not that great for this area, though. Although, I will mention this, though. From my entire time of playing Cobblemon, which is about... We'll say 30... We'll say a rough estimate of 30 hours. With me just testing the data pack and just with, like, even just this recording kind of thing. I have yet to find a wild starter. That Bulbasaur or that Venusaur was my starter from my single player world. So we're not going to count that specifically from like finding a starter though, but like, yeah, apparently you can find them. Like I've seen people find them in Cobblemon, but like, have I myself found one? No. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so unlucky, like this mod is bad. It's like, no, it's like, I just wish though that like I knew like the spawn rates kind of thing were for the starters kind of thing. Like, do I believe that they should be like as simple as like a Pidgey? No. But like it would be great to know. And here's Oran berries or Chesto berries. Chesto berries. I kind of wish that the name was not just called like Block.Cobblemon. Which was just called like Chesto Berry Bush or something like that. I don't remember if you can... I don't know how to plant berries. That looks so cool too. That's a cool looking biome. I want to take a look. I don't want to face anything. I just want to take a peek at this. Watch it actually be called like something peak. Old growth birch forest. I gotta say though, I'm really liking like the addition of Terralith. It looks amazing. What is biome? This is not a birch. Rocky Mountains? Bro, this hits a little too much to home. For me. Anyway. What the? Again, I keep thinking that's descend, because I think that's my pal world method of doing that. Oh, I thought it was literally just a hole that went all the way straight down. But no, it's not. Machop, level 26. Wooloo, 26 again. At least it's not, Oh, what was the... Was it Pixelmon, I think? Like, once you go, like, farther out, though, like, you get really high level. Like, Pokemon, and they're non-stop, like, that high level, and it gets very difficult. Very quickly. Can I, like, figure out where this is? What is this? This looks like something. Don't tell me, like, it's a biome structure, because that's gonna be very... Alright. Well, what is this? What is this? Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna mark this. I think I'll know what this is. Level 20 fletching? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, now you tell... See, this is what I mean, though. Like, it doesn't tell you right away. You have to be, like, at a specific spot in order for it to tell you. I think these are also mints. I don't remember what these are. Special defense. You're not really helping my case of showing off that they can spawn different, like, mints, though, but oh my word. This is awesome. Seeing, like, this is pretty much what I like about, like, certain mods and stuff like that. Like, look at this, like, scenery. It looks so good. Also, I don't know if it was obvious, though, but we do have the Tree Capitator mod. And the only reason why we did that is, again, just as simple as, like, us adding, like, certain quality of life features. Tree Capitator helps because you can chop down an entire tree. Now, it is a data pack, which means that it won't work on the apricorn trees, but hey, it helps out in a lot of other things, so that's how I was able to, like, get a whole bunch of, like, wood specifically for all the chest ones, is literally because of that. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, that, it literally helps out so much. Block Cobblemon.asperberry. Yeah, you could just call it asperberry bush or something like that. Asper or aspear, I don't really care how you want to pronounce it. It is a berry bush. We can all agree on that. Just want to fly up. We have yet to find the new structures, though. Oh, we found a... I think this is a water one. But they all don't use water Pokemon, though. Yeah, like the ones in here, they don't use water Pokemon, though. I think this is the water one. Is this the water one? Yeah, the aquatic gym. Yeah, they don't use water Pokemon, though. Did I get Oran berries or no? Like, Oran berries would be lovely to have. I think they are... Yeah, they're... I think they are... Yeah, they are alphabetical. Yeah, I did not get Oran berries, though. But I do have a revive. That's pretty good. And I do have protein, yeah. I don't want to use the XP candies. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, okay? We're going to face this gym because I want to have at least some kind of fun as well. Just to show you guys how the gyms kind of work, though. We can actually set the level of the gym, which is an amazing thing. However, as you can see, though, the higher level we put it at, the more likely we are able to get better rewards. We're going to go with... Oh, okay, so they have to be 5 minimum? Okay. So we're going to go with 5. Now, if you're questioning, like, by going, like, why are you going with 5? Go with, like, 10, because that's what you are. They don't use purely water types, and you will find that out really quick. So this is my first gym. So beat all the trainers and the leader to be rewarded. If your Pokemon all faint or you forfeit a battle, then you will white out. You can leave at any time with the gym exit near the entrance. You cannot break or place any blocks except for torches. Try not to die in a gym. It's very difficult to get your stuff back. And here's how you leave, right? So here's where you spawn. And that's... self-explanatory. Anyway. Alright. I can't... What? Have to right-click you? There you go. Yeah, so you're going to use Ammonite now, so you can prove me wrong you're using water types. Yeah, it also doesn't give them, like, names, too. And as you can see, though, he's using Crabrawler. Crabrawler is not a water type. It's a fighting type. Don't smash, it's fine. Branch book. There you go. Grookey gained some experience. It's pretty cool. Also, one of the best things to invest in, and this is actually something that's actually really needed if you're going to be playing this mod, invest in building a PC, or if you're not me and actually do want to take it from the buildings, it is really, really good. Because you could literally switch your team out during any of these fights. Or, if you want, you can also bring yourself a healer. Oh, and it's not called healing. It's called healing machine, I think, right? Yeah. Which does cost a lot, though. However, the thing that you must know about the healing machine, though, is that you can actually break it and get it back. I think the ones from the new update, I think, they do not give it to you if you find it in the overworld. If I am not mistaken. Yeah, anyway. There you go. Basculin branch poke. We'll poke you with a branch. Yeah. Knackly. Branch poke again. Oh yeah. Then we can move around too. We can fight again. Okay, branch poke again. Bye-bye. I don't know what Knackly did. What did the Knackly do? Oh, it tried to use rock throw, but it missed. Okay. Branch poke. We got some TMs. Let's go. What are the TMs? Oh, they're TRs. Sorry, TRs. We got Surf. It's very good. And we got Nightmare. Ooh, okay. That's pretty cool. So, I don't know if that happens after the battle or if it happens during the battle. I think it's because it was the last Pokemon and kind of gave it to me. But Surf is a very nice move, and so is Nightmare. So, okay, so here's how it works, okay? I don't agree with the original method of how TRs and TMs are. I have a question about how TMs are, so I want to see something here. So I'm going to go with Surf, okay? Because this is the best way for me to know. You cannot craft Surf. That's interesting. But you can, no? What does this mean? Oh no, next profile, okay. So you can't craft this? No? Is the thing broken? Or is it just like, you just can't craft it? Okay, so, wait. Wait, what's the button? Okay, crafting. Okay, so let's craft. You just can't craft it. Okay, that's good for me to know. Okay, I thought it did allow you to do it. Huh. Shows what I know, I guess. Alright, gym leader. Grookey's level 12. I think Grookey also learned another move. Oh, he's lonely. I didn't realize he was lonely. Sorry, buddy. I didn't realize you were lonely. You have a Corviknight, though. You have your best friend Corviknight there. I'll keep Branch Poke. Why not? It's fine. Alright, buddy. Dratini! I don't think I can handle Dratini. How much does Search Leaf do? Not too bad. Twister? Not going to do a lot either. Alright. Razor Leaf again. Alright there, buddy. Are you kidding me? This thing is so fast. This might take me out in one shot. Oh. Razor Leaf. Let's go. That was a crit. I don't think I needed it. I don't think I needed the crit there. Dracovish! Take it out, please. No! Okay, good. I keep thinking, though, that a lot of these are way stronger than they actually are. Just because I know, like, a lot of these can be competitive, so it's like, oh my god, like, is it gonna be... Oh, I use Sap Sipper. Did I just boost its attack? Yeah. Oh, it didn't take any damage for that? No shot. Okay. Uh-oh. Scratch. Please tell me this is the last one. Did I win? I won! Yay! So I got lesser Poke Shards, which is an ingredient used to craft lesser Poke Caches. So if I search up... Yeah, so I don't know what it means by, like, by the Poke Cache. Because there's this block, and then that's it. Like, that's all it is, though, is, like, it just gives you, like, this block to make. And it says something about Poke Cache. And then it's like, it requires, like, 5 of them, 2 iron and a chest. But that's not what it says, right? Oh, no, it's an ingredient. Okay, I thought it's like you can use 4 of them to make it. It's like, no, that's not how that works. You deserve this, Grookey. No. I wanted to do that. There we go. Alright, Grookey. Did you learn another move by chance? No, you didn't. You learned Growl, which might have been actually useful because we ended up boosting the Gumi's attack. I don't know why, but like I knew that Sap Zipper was an ability, but like for some odd reason, I thought that Sap Zipper. Don't ask me why I thought this, but I thought that Sap Zipper still allowed you to deal damage, but you just boost. I didn't realize it was like a flash fire kind of thing. Whereas like you're immune to it and you get the bonus. I'm mostly just trying to find another village now. I could just head back. I could just head back to home. But I think that's just not really needed. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll just I'll swap between this and Pixelmon Adventures when the time comes, kind of thing. This one we're not going to do any type specialties like we did with Pixelmon. The reason why is because Cobblemon's still heavily a work in progress. As much as I don't want to say that and just say, oh, we're completely switching over to Cobblemon, because I'm having a lot more fun with Cobblemon than with Pixelmon right now. Unfortunately, Cobblemon is still not as feature-rich as Pixelmon is. Now, I'm not going to say anything wrong about Cobblemon. Cobblemon's still new, so it makes sense. Like, Cobblemon, I think, is like a year or two old, whereas, like, Pixelmon has been there since, like, I think, like, since 2010, maybe even 2011. So, like, it's had its time to build, right? Whereas Cobblemon, it's only been out, like, recently, kind of thing, right? Like, when was the first build made? Like, that can give you a rough estimate, right? Let's look up it on Modrinth. I'll give me a better idea, right? It's been out since 1.19.2, so even if you don't believe that or like think that it came out before then, kind of thing, though, that doesn't matter. It came out in 1.19, so it's still recent. So again, it hasn't had time to build up its sort of features, right? But I do have to admit though that it has a lot better features than Pixelmon does. But again, I don't want to necessarily say though that that Pixelmon hasn't had its time to build it up though. But then again, the thing that you gotta recognize between Cobblemon and Pixelmon though is that Pixelmon has had to survive since like I think it's like the beta of Minecraft, right? Like back when Minecraft was in beta though, like it was a mod, right? This has had the full release of 1.19, right? So I'm pretty sure that if Pixelmon were to have just like been started at 1.19, they would probably still be in the same progress pool as Cobblemon has. If not, maybe even better or worse. And again, I'm not trying to say though that like Cobblemon is like a terrible, terrible mod. Like don't download it. I'm just saying though, like don't expect too much from it right now. But look forward to like the next thing. Like I'm waiting until they add a TM machine built in, and then I will literally just get rid of the TM mod, 100%. When they add gyms, I will be ecstatic. I want gyms in Cobblemon because I feel like it is the one thing that is missing in Cobblemon is gyms. Because I want gyms in Cobblemon because I feel like that is the thing that I really want. I'm not even joking. It is literally the one thing that I want is I want Cobblemon to be like the best mod that's out there. And I know like I'm not like what the okay, that was weird. I know I'm not the only one that's like that thinks that way though, but like I feel like a lot like the way that people jumped on Cobblemon and just started like ripping on Pixelmon, it's like okay, like Pixelmon has the longevity that it's had because it was like the only mod that was out there. And now that Cobblemon is trying to like come up from behind kind of thing, of course it's going to do better because you know what version it came out in? 1.19. You know what version Pixelmon came out in? I think in the betas. I don't know if Modrinth would be the best source for this information though, but let's see if Modrinth has an idea of it. Ooh, 19. That might be a pretty good Pokemon. That might be a pretty good level to try. Attempt it. Let's see it. Let's see if Modrinth can give me a decent idea of when Pixelmon first came out. Let's see here. Yeah, so it's saying 1.12. Because I think that's like the earliest that I remember. Oh, you know what it probably is? I think they had to remove it at one point. That might be why. I think they had to remove it at some point because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they had an issue with Nintendo at one point, and I think that's why. I think that might be why. Is there a way I can just search for different versions? Maybe recent changes. Maybe I can figure it out. Let's see here. No. Darn, I don't think I can. But as I said, since 1.12. There's a wild Corviknight. It's kind of lovely. 45. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think I caught mine as a Rookidee or a Corvisquire. Yeah, so I can't wait. This series will be first released at the end of February, which is awesome. I've already have like February all planned kind of thing, and this is just the only thing that's left over. So while it is getting sort of like the last slot kind of thing though, it's gonna be fine. It's not more of like a last minute thing. It was either I do either I go back to Pixelmon and disappoint myself, or I go with Cobblemon, right? It's something interesting, right? So I chose the lesser of the two evils kind of thing and chose Cobblemon. I really like it. I know I said that like I'm not gonna try and use Corviknight a lot, but oh my word, like traveling like this is amazing. Like way too good. The one mod that I'm hoping that does get released though is like how Pixelmon had the Game Shark mod. Having something similar to that would be amazing. That would be an amazing mod to put in. That tells you like spawns, and that also tells you like when the Pokemon is out and about. That'd be amazing to have. Some more Rocky Mountains. Valley clearing. Birch Taiga. Did I heal Grookey? No, I didn't. But why does Grookey have more HP than they should? Do we get healed the longer we travel? Yo, that's amazing. And I will say this though too. Before anything, right? If we do go with the dimensions route for the 1.21, that also means though that in the future, world data will be completely erased. I'm not joking. That means that the main overworld will not be saved. We could have it so though, like in like the best thing for somebody to do is like when you're done with the overworld kind of thing, and when like obviously when I mentioned though that like, hey, you know what? We're done with the overworld. Get out. Bring whatever you can out of there. Because I am not joking. Get out as much as possible. Because that would be... Because I'm going to say this, though. Like, I really like that fact. Because not only does that save space, though, but, like, since everything will be in a custom dimension, though, like, everything will be safe. And not only that, your custom dimension will be not too heavy. Like once it starts getting heavy, I'm gonna go slow it down and go, whoa, don't generate like don't go generating chunks if you're not gonna use them. Like if you're gonna upgrade. Like don't go, let's say head north 300 blocks and then build your whatever your thing is, right? And start generating so many chunks that take up space, right? Like I don't want that. Like that's one of the things that I hated about a lot of the Circlecraft ones. And this is actually like true kind of thing. I think for the Minecraft, what was it, 1.20, the world became like 3 gigs of space. Now you might be wondering though, there are servers that are way bigger than that. You're right. However, this is the thing that you have to remember, though, is that this is a locally server kind of thing, where it only has one person monitoring it, one person throwing money in it, right? And not a lot of money, but still throwing money in it. And the capacity for the server, and it's not just one server, right? It's all my servers. So that's the Circlecraft, the Pixelmon Adventures, Cobblemon Adventures, Pal World, even the servers that I don't actually use though, like they're just there just to say I have the server just in case we want to go play those games kind of thing. Okay, does it have anything? I'm glad we found a jungle biome. Ooh, Bellsprout. Cool. Ooh, sparse jungle. But again, yeah, like so the drive that holds all my servers is 250 gigs. Now, while it is 250 gigabytes, it is an SSD, and it's one of the most, I think it's one of the most reliable brands that's out there. It is a Samsung SSD, which is really good. It is a 2.5 inch, so it's not M.2, but you know what? It's completely fine for our use case. I've never really did have an issue with capacity for these SSDs, so it's really quite good. The only issue that I'm gonna have with the servers though is that like if we have like a huge amount of people, and by the way, all of the servers that I now have specifically for Minecraft now have a player limit of 8. I figured that'd be much easier to manage. Well, yes, all the player limits for all of them are 8. I don't expect them to be at 8, right? But again, if there was 8 people on the server and they are all generating terrain and they go for miles and miles and miles because, you know, they want to be able to explore the area, we are going to be losing a ton of space. Like, we're going to be generating a ton of stuff. That's why I think for the Minecraft 1.21 and so on and so forth, because I don't know if I can backpedal and make it work for 1.20. I would much rather just... What was the version? Yeah, 1.20. I don't know if I can backpedal it to 1.20 because it was first being worked on in Minecraft 1.21, right? So it's like, I don't know if I can backpedal it, and if I can backpedal it, should I? Because I don't think that's a smart idea at all. I think I should just keep it at Minecraft 1.21 and then just upgrade from there. So though if Cobblemon does upgrade to 1.22, just move over to that. I really want Cobblemon to have in the next update gyms, or at the very least trainers, something to interact with, right? Something to go out and go, ooh, a random trainer there, let me go fight them. Like, that would be cool. And maybe even add a currency. I'm not saying don't keep using, and I'm not saying don't keep using like iron and gold, like nuggets. No, make that for unique stuff. Like for like Pokeballs and stuff like that, use the currency. But for interesting things, like let's say I don't know, what do you want to call it? For like luxury balls, let's say they cost like 1 iron nugget or something like that. Amethyst rainforest. Ooh, yeah. See, like these aren't like unique leaves at all. They're just using the same old like vanilla leaves. They just changed the color of them. It's very cool. Very colorful. Like, look at this. It's amazing. Dark oak and it looks pink. That's awesome. Or even just magenta. Like, that's amazing. I love Terralith. Like, and how I know this is Terralith, it's the only biome generation mod that we have installed. Like, I didn't go above and beyond and go like multiple ones. No. I made sure it was just Terralith. These trees look amazing. Even the vines, dude. The vines look awesome. Is it all just like one biome? It is all one biome. Oh, okay. How are you able to change all the separate leaves though? Or is it like, because I know you can change leaf color. I think you can change leaf color. But does that change the color for all the leaves? But because the dark oak ones are darker, or whichever ones these are, which ones are these? Yeah, the dark oak ones. Because the dark oak ones are more greener. Like they're dark green instead of bright green. Like, is that why they're like a dark pink? Actually, I might be wrong. They might just be using different. Oh, they may all just be one color. I keep trying to descend. I keep trying to use that. These are all dark oak? Yeah. Okay, so this. So maybe they just changed the leaf color to this. Actually, one way to test this out. Do I have bones by chance? Do I have bones? I don't have bones. That's very sad, but I do want to test this out. Okay. So since this won't spawn dark oak leaves, right? Okay. Trying to see if there's anything I can use as bone meal. I kind of wish I had a composter. Just want to see if they just changed the leaf color kind of thing. Because even the vines look good though too. Oh yeah, it is different ones because it is a color. Because even the jungle ones look there. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, so the leaves are all different colors. So are all the same color. That is so cool. You know what? I never even thought of that. Of doing that for Sancturia. But I think the reason why I didn't think of it was because, like, I still wanted the leaves to have their own color or to have their same color. I think I just wanted to make it because I wanted to make a cherry tree. Because I like the cherry leaf particle effect. But I wanted a giant cherry tree, but I didn't want to. Well, I would have done it by hand, but I found a tree model that I liked off of Planet Minecraft, and I really wanted to use it. I'll have to figure out where the original tree came from. I'll have to find that out. I'm sure I probably have it found, like I have it saved somewhere, but like I just don't remember. But yeah, like I found it, and I was like, this is the tree for me. And then I found out though that like if you try to change the leaf from one tree to from one leaf to another without being very specific about it, that it was player placed, it will actually slowly degrade. I done goofed. So I quickly fixed that. What are these? Dark oak? I love this. I love it so much. I kind of wish it's changing color. That is such a beautiful effect, though. Yeah, let me just go on this tree right here. Look at that effect. It's changing color. It changes from green to orange to red. Such a beautiful effect there. I love that a lot. $19, $20. Clay, yeah. Forested highlands. Okay. 27. Why are all these Pokemon so high level? Nah, probably. It's probably because I'm way too far away from spawn. That's probably why. But I do love this though. I kid you not though. I think it was. Maybe it was in December. Maybe it was November, December, give or take. I used up all my free time just like trying to figure out if I liked the Cobblemon builds that we were like using, kind of thing. Like I made a mini server kind of thing just to test out the waters kind of thing. And when we were very satisfied with what we were finding, I was like, okay, we're going to keep this. I keep clicking all the wrong buttons. What's this house? This looks different. There's no way that this is a normal villager house. It looks way too big. Oh, it is? Oh, maybe it's like a villager plus mod kind of thing. Because there's no way this is a normal villager house. I thought they got rid of the old houses. No? That was a Trail Ruins, but no. Yeah, because this house makes sense, because I remember building this in taking over in 1.17, but rebuilding it in 1.17. I think this is like the same building. Yeah. Like how the first thing I said was I built it. It's like, no, I didn't build it. I rebuilt it. Because I think I wanted it to be closer to the cliff wall without actually moving the cliff closer to me. What's this? No? Yeah. Oranberry? Yeah, makes sense. Bluckberry? Yeah. Miltank. Swallow. Swallow again. Bunnelby. Durant. Let's look at that mound. We're about 3,000 blocks away from that. How far are we from the Raft Lab? 6,000 blocks away. Are you kidding me? Yeah, so we have... so the one real technical rule that we have here is that when you're... for how teleporting works, you can... If you're journeying out, let's say, and you're like, oh no, I ran out of food kind of thing... you can teleport back to your base kind of thing, and you can go pick up food kind of thing, and then teleport back to your current location. But you must delete your waypoint for your current location unless you're wanting to keep it for something else, though. But you can't teleport back to that location. So only your main base kind of thing you'll be able to teleport to. Until, of course, when we port over to 1.21. Ooh. Oh, it just gives you straight up stones? Oh, that's awesome. I wonder if they're going to add tools to this. Wait, maybe they do have tools. Hold on. No, they don't have tools. That's kind of sad for this, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I like how they do the biome though, where they add like the slabs into the terrain itself. I want to do that for Sanctuaria so badly, but I feel like I'm going to be terrible at doing it. I really do. I feel like I'm going to be terrible at doing it because I got to do because I want to change it to different blocks though, but I feel like if I change it to those blocks, I won't be able to do those changes. Oh, more mint seeds. Nice. And mints as well. Awesome. I don't need the pink and the white ones anymore, though. I need all the other colors, please. Right now, I think I can only do, upping special defense, but also lowering special defense, maybe? Or I can't do anything with the pink ones? Hold on. Can I do anything with just all pink? I don't think so. Can you make an all pink one? I don't think so. No, you can't. You can make an all white one, but you can't make an all pink one. You have to have other colors. Is that a Squirtle? No, it's a Vampy. I like how I was complaining that I've never found a starter. Meanwhile, finds a Squirtle in the first 2 hours. The server, that'd be kind of amazing. Oh, rune portal. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm going to go for a little bit more time. But that'll be it for now, pretty much. So hopefully this series will be much more enjoyable. I know there's not much going on here. I feel like the Terralith biomes are interfering with the structure spawning. Because I think the structure spawns are supposed to be for vanilla biomes, and Terralith is kind of pushing those biomes aside, kind of thing, making those structures more rare than what they usually are, because they were quite common. Like I was able to find a bunch of them, but I think because Terralith is pushing different biomes into the generation, it was pushing those ones aside. I think there is like one mod I might add later on. I might see if I already added it, then never mind, it was already added and I just don't remember. But if it's not, I want to add it back because I got a lot of good stuff back when we used a different mod specifically for the TMs, which is the Generations mod. I got a bunch of TMs that way, and I got a bunch of good stuff from that. And oh my word, that was like amazing. But I only found one of its structure though. Like I found like that structure only once. So like it gave you a big cache of items, but that was it. It was like one big cache and that was it. you would never find it again. And I think I definitely went with looter first thing. Like that was one of the first ones I added specifically because I wanted to know that I can actually add it in. And I immediately went and found that, well, not immediately, but I found that structure and I was like, oh my word. The fact that you can do that, like if you bought a lot of Minecraft accounts kind of thing, or you can hack them or whatever kind of thing, and you were able to go get those instances, oh boy, you'd win. In a heartbeat, you would win. Alright, so that's going to be it for now. I'm going to go back. Current locale. Go with that. And yeah, because I don't really want to go over again. But yeah, look at my Butterfree over there. Look at him. Trying to fight everything. How are the Gimmicools? Oh, they're not dead. That's interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised. Anyway, that's gonna be all. That's gonna be everything. I'll see if where my TMs are. I'll bring them over. Because well, I did farm them and they are supposed to be here. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Next time. Where are my Gimmicools? I think they're making noises. You do that, buddy. Anyway, yeah, so I'll see you guys next time for some more Cobblemon adventures.